This is the last FLCoS display that I will be reviewing, at least for now. I've got it on AliExpress for about €58. Just like with the most AliExpress stuff, this micro display doesn't really have a name. It's a 0.2 FLCoS display that comes with the optics and composite driver board. You can easily connect this display to your Raspberry Pi since the board has composite video output. The board comes with a bunch of wires that are used for voltage and brightness controls. The very first thing I've noticed is that the optics housing seems to be 3D printed. You can see some lines right here. The driver board uses the same chip as the original FLCoS display that I was using for the Onyx glasses. This time the chip isn't lasered off, so you can easily tell what kind of chip it is. The optical module is quite big and it seems there is no way to adjust the focal length. Okay, so now let's hook it up to my Raspberry Pi and see the image quality. The wiring is quite simple. It requires only 3 cables for it to work. For this video, I will be using Raspberry Pi OS for sideloader. It has all of the changes already enabled, so it works straight away with composite displays. You can get it for free on my Patreon page. There is no need to subscribe. With everything prepared and connected, I can now start the Raspberry Pi. It may take a while for it to fully boot, so you have to be patient. Straight away, you can notice how the image is super blurry. There is absolutely zero way to adjust the focal length, so you can't really fix that. That might be a huge minus for some users. Let's remove the casing and see what's actually inside. Inside there was only one big lens and the display itself. It's a pretty standard FLCoS module. It has 0.2 inch display area. Here it is compared to the ECX333. As you can see, the FLCoS is quite bigger. It also has the display area about 2 times smaller than the ECX. Overall, it's a nice little display. The display area is not very big, but the display is very affordable. The magnifier is pretty solid and it has very good magnification. The driver board has a very nice shape that can be easily used to make tap-mounted devices. Bit of a shame it uses composite video input, but some people prefer it over the HDMI. Driver board doesn't seem very complex and I think it would be pretty easy to reverse engineer it. As is, I think I would rate this display at 6 out of 10. At this price point, I think it's worth buying. Thanks for watching everyone and hope to see you in the next video. And as always, huge thanks to my patrons.